Welcome to episode 29.5 of the Backwind podcast. It should be episode 30 this week, but unfortunately Chris and Dale and myself couldn't get together at the correct times, so it's going to be another filler episode, I'm afraid. What I had planned to do was to Google the significance of the number 30 and read through some websites, but when I've tried to do that for the last 20 minutes, which hasn't been a good experience, it sounded dumb as fuck, and every kind of recording app that I use on my Mac has decided to just fuck up. So there won't be any of that. I can tell you though the number 30 is pretty significant, particularly in the Bible, which I don't read and haven't read, and I'm sure nobody cares about. But if you are interested, age 30 is when Jesus started preaching his gospel, so there we go. And apparently the number 30, or the age 30, is when a man becomes mentally and physically mature, which I'm not entirely sure I agree with. I was 30 last year and I don't feel mentally mature at all. I feel maybe physically mature in the sense that I'm old before my time, but I'm getting younger every day. Anyway, I'd just like to give my apologies on behalf of Chris, Dale and myself that there isn't a full episode this week. We can assure you we're looking forward to getting back to it next week in force. I'd like to thank everybody that's been listening to this from the get-go and any new followers or listeners or subscribers that we've gathered along the way. We started doing Backwind podcast, I think it was January of this year. If I remember correctly, we did the very first episode, which no one heard, using this blue snowball sat around a little table in this flat. I think that might have been December, but we didn't put that out because the quality wasn't very good and the conversation didn't flow very well. But it was then that we realized we fell in love with recording and the process of recording and setting up all the microphones and everything like that. So we decided to do it permanently. And it's been great so far. I love doing this every Friday, and I know Chris and Dale love it too. And I know there's been times where each of us have taken a week off here or there, but I assure you it isn't taken lightly. So yeah, thank you for listening. We really enjoy doing it. I know you really enjoy listening to it. I shouldn't say that because I don't know that for sure. But we get some positive feedback, and it's really good to get some interaction with fans. I use fans in inverted commas because we're just people talking around the table. We certainly don't deserve fandom. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Thank you again for listening to this and for listening to any episodes that you have. Sorry I've babbled for the last 3 minutes. It feels like 30 minutes, trust me, when you're trying to do it solo in front of a microphone and a camera by yourself. But hey ho, we'll be back next week like I said. I hope everyone has a lovely time. I love everybody. I'd just like to say that. My life is full of love at the moment and I just want to spread some positivity. I love you all. Thank you for listening and we'll see you next week.
Hello, this is Chris from the Backwind podcast, and I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you for listening to our channel. We really appreciate it and we hope you enjoyed the latest episode. If you or anyone else that you know would like to hear more from us, just check us out on SoundCloud and iTunes at Backwind Podcast. If you want to see our faces, you can find us on YouTube where we upload a new episode every week. If you like what you see, feel free to give us a thumbs up or even subscribe to our channel. And to follow even more updates from us, we are on Twitter and Instagram with the same name, Backwind Podcast. And if you're a particular fan of myself, Dale or Ollie, we are all on Instagram with separate accounts at Backwind Ollie, at Backwind Dale, and at Backwind Keegan. Thank you all very much again for listening and have a great week.